I saw this crazy breakdown on TikTok. I'll spare you the details, but and I am aware that the MVP voting is now over. So we're kind of just in the waiting period now to see what happens. But as people come out with their their first team All Pros and the NFL releases theirs, I think it's really important to look at where the NFL is going from a scheme and kind of statistical standpoint, in that the NFL has become about efficiency. It's no longer about big plays. This was the least amount of 40-plus passes, 40-yard-plus passes we've seen in the NFL in decades. We had, I believe it's 17 players with over 1,000 rushing yards. And so teams are just getting less drives with the football because they're trying to just kill clock and reduce variance and reduce opportunities for injuries and for interceptions and turnovers and the like. And so in a year where we're seeing offense move at such a slow pace, I think it's really important to recognize people who are extremely efficient, and that includes Drake Maye. He's the most efficient passer in all of football. We've been comparing him and Matthew Stafford, and I think the one stat note that we haven't made is that Drake Maye has thrown the ball 100 less times than Matthew Stafford and only was 300 yards behind him. If Drake Maye threw the ball 100 more times at the efficiency rate he was at, he would have thrown for another 900 yards and been over 5,000 yards passing. So I just like to, I think in an era where NFL teams are moving towards more efficient offense, you have to recognize the quarterbacks who are the most efficient, and that is Drake Maye.
One of the reasons why he is our king, Scheim, and will forever be.
My emperor.
I don't know that
I will bow at those feet.
I don't know that the region is doing enough for him.
Nope. Not enough. There's not enough love for Drake Maye. There needs to be more.
Right.
There's a lot, but there's not enough.
There's a lot.
So you don't think there's a lot of love for Drake Maye around here?
I think we need more.
I need more.
I mean, we
more love.
Yesterday we shared the viral Drake Maye tribute song. That's fine. But I don't know that the Commonwealth has done enough for the man. I would suggest, perhaps, we talked about this with Tom Brady. It might be early, but I don't care. Naming a town after him. Like, for instance, there is a town north of the city, which is known as Wakefield. I think that we ought to try to get the name changed to Drakefield.
You're missing a clear, obvious one.
What? Mayberry?
Maynard.
Maynard.
Well done.
God,
yes.
That's brilliant.
Well, maybe we could get both Drakefield and Maynard.
Maybe as a charity event, Greg, we could hold an open mic night for people, like a poetry slam of all Drake Maye related items.
Yes.
I think we keep Wakefield for Tim Wakefield.
Thank you.
Oh,
and then we
nice.
just do
okay.
Maynard.
Okay, and we'll do Maynard.
Yeah.
It's very easy when it comes to the welcome to Maynard or entering Maynard sign. You just have to add an E.
Yeah.
You could do the little, what do they call that thing? The little upside down arrow, the B thing that points up with the E.
Accent.
The accent agu, or whatever it's called. Okay. All right. Thank you, Scheim.
So with, another college football night ahead of us, I would like for Charlie Baker to listen up. You can hire me as a consultant because I am here to fix college football and I'm here to fix all this stuff. I took my notes on this and I wrote this down a couple weeks ago and I said, here's how I fix college football because of the transfer portal and all the stuff that's going on. Here's what we do.
Are these the keys to fixing college football?
These are the keys. Wiggy's keys to fixing college football. And, it won't fix everything, but it'll make things a lot easier for everybody. Transfer portal opens February 1st to the end of February, the whole month of February. So coaches that get fired, coaches that are in the playoffs will have plenty of time to do what they need to do, to build their staffs, get everything that they need, okay? Off-season would start March 1st. This is something that Curtis, I kind of stole a little bit from Curtis. He had a great idea about this. You work with these universities, and they realize, well, most schools start mid-January. Some schools start in February. So the student athletes, football players, wouldn't get here till March 1st. So that's when they could start classes. It'd be kind of revised a little bit. So March 1st is when the offseason would start. You would do your spring practice, which is about 3.5 weeks, sometime in May, which means that your spring game would end, around the end of May. You would then start fall camp August 1st, which they do, and that's the way you could help out these college football teams and these kids that it's not just about the money. Some kids do run for the bag. Some kids run for the opportunity. And what a lot of people don't realize this, and people, I want you to listen up, a lot of these student athletes get cut. They get released from their scholarship, or they're told, hey, you will not play here, so you need to figure it out and go elsewhere. It's not all these kids that are in the portal are there because they want to be there. There's a good portion of them that are there because their school told them, hey, you got to find another home. And now they would have plenty of time to figure that out. They could obviously talk to schools, and I don't think there should be like this tampering thing when it comes to kids that are looking for something. But I think that's the way you could fix college football, and it would still be able to do everything and makes life easier for players and coaches.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Wiggins.